Welcome back to the Life Skillz Hub. This is episode 6 of the Anger Playbook, and today we're getting real. If you've been following along, you're already doing some awesome work. So far, you've learned to spot what triggers your anger, recognize those physical and mental cues that tell you you're getting heated, like a racing heart or racing thoughts, and you've found some go-to strategies to cool down, like deep breathing, taking a walk, or listening to music. Great job! But here's the thing, when anger takes over and you don't cool down, there are consequences. That's what we're diving into today, the consequences of letting anger run the show. You might remember from our decision-making series, every decision has a consequence, good or bad. Anger is no different. When you're a young teen, the consequences of losing your cool can hit right away or sneak up on you later. And trust me, the stakes get higher as you get older. Consequences for a 13-year-old can look way different than for an 18-year-old or an adult. Let's break it down. So, what happens when you let anger explode in the heat of the moment? Many things can happen. You say something you regret, you may hurt someone's feelings or damage a friendship. It could lead to breaking or throwing something, getting in trouble at school or work, or getting physically aggressive or violent, losing trust or respect from others, getting kicked out of a program, team, or group. You could even be recorded. Yes, someone's always watching. This is the age of technology. It can also lead to you getting arrested or suspended. And what do all of those have in common? You can't take them back. Once they're out there, they're out there. That moment might feel short, but the effects can last a long time. Sometimes you don't even realize what you did until hours or days later, and by then, it's too late. Picture this. You're in a crowded school hallway, and someone bumps into you hard, knocking your books everywhere. They don't even say sorry, and you're furious. You turn around and shove them back or yell something mean. Now a fight has started. What could happen? You could land in serious school trouble. That shove or outburst could lead to a trip to the principal's office, and they might call your parents for a meeting. Your parents have to leave work early to deal with this, which means missing hours they could have been paid for. Less money that paycheck could mean tightening the budget at home, maybe skipping new sneakers or cutting back on groceries, all because you lost control over a bump in the hallway. You could hurt someone's feelings. That person you yelled at? They might have bumped you by accident, but your angry reaction could embarrass them or make them feel awful. You might mess up your rep, other kids might start seeing you as someone who overreacts, and that could make it harder to make friends or be trusted in group projects. You could even receive criminal charges, where you then have to go to court. You may have to pay fines, ordered to serve community service, or get detention time in a juvenile facility if you're considered a juvenile. These criminal charges could also lead to you getting expelled from school. In some states, if you get expelled from one public school, you are not allowed to enroll in any other public schools in that state. That means your parents will have to look for an alternative school or private school, all of which is going to cost them more money, especially private schools today. This one moment of anger doesn't just affect you. The ripple effect can affect your family and others around you too. Now, let's talk about consequences that don't hit right away but can affect you down the road. Anger isn't just a moment, it's a pattern. And when that pattern keeps repeating, it builds a reputation. People might start to think, they're dangerous, they're hard to be around, or they always blow up when something doesn't go their way. It can damage relationships. If you're always snapping at your friends or family, they might start pulling away. That best friend you yelled at over a misunderstanding? They might not invite you to hang out anymore. Over time, you could feel pretty lonely. It can lead to missed opportunities. Let's say you get mad at a teacher and talk back in class. That teacher might not write you a glowing recommendation letter for a summer program or a job later on. Your anger today could close doors tomorrow. It can also lead to bigger trouble when you get older. As a young teen, an angry outburst might mean a timeout or a lecture. But as an adult, it could mean losing a job, getting into legal trouble, or even jail time if things get physical. For example, if you're 18 and get into a fight at a party, you could face assault charges. That's a whole different level of consequence. Here's another scenario. You've been slacking on chores, getting bad grades, and even skipped a class or two. Your parents are fed up and decide to take away your phone or turn off your phone service as a consequence. You're so mad that you lose control, throwing things, punching a wall, or slamming doors. That outburst makes things worse. Your parents now see you as someone who can't handle tough moments, and they might not trust you with bigger responsibilities, like going to a friend's house or joining a school club. Months later, when you want to get your phone back or earn more freedom, they say no because they're worried you'll react the same way again. That's a future consequence. Your anger cost you things you worked hard to earn: trust, respect, freedom, and peace. Here's a big one to keep in mind. Consequences change as you grow up. When you're 13, getting into a fight might mean a school suspension or your phone taken away. But when you're 18 or older, the same actions could lead to serious stuff like fines, community service, losing a job, losing relationships, restraining orders, financial problems, medical problems for you or the other party, which could lead you to having a criminal record or even serving jail time. The world expects more self-control from adults, and the penalties are tougher. So, learning to manage your anger now is like building a superpower for your future self. Here's the bottom line. Anger isn't wrong. It's a real, valid emotion. But it comes with real consequences. And if you don't learn to control it, it can control you. Your choices, your future, your relationships. We want better for you. That's why this series exists. You deserve to have peace, control, and options. And it all starts with one skill: knowing that your actions today create your outcomes tomorrow. Anger is powerful, but so are you. Every time you choose to pause, breathe, or walk away, you're dodging those consequences and building a better future. Today, we've seen how anger can lead to immediate trouble, like getting your parents called to school, costing them work hours and money, and how it can mess with your life down the line, like losing trust and freedom because of an angry outburst. So let's recap what we talked about today. Anger can lead to immediate consequences: words, fights, or damage. It can also create long-term outcomes: lost trust, lost chances, and a bad reputation. And those consequences grow more serious as you get older. But the good news? You're learning. You're growing. You're taking your power back. In the next episode, we're going deep into the true cost of anger, where we'll talk about what anger really takes from you, emotionally, socially, and even physically. So, stick with us and let's keep working on mastering the Anger Playbook together. Until then, do us a favor, like the video, drop a comment if any part of this hit home, and subscribe to the Life Skillz Hub for more tools to grow stronger every week. You've got this. Stay in control. See you next time.